time it is? You know what time it is? You know what time it is? You know what time it's time for straight shoot. Hey, look, the clip full and we shooting it straight. Everybody tuned in, can't wait to 8. Break fast, this podcast is one for the books. If you think the verse clean, watch out for the hook. Freeze, I heard Keys gon' spark that tip. With Lean and Frank G, you know they talk that shit. John Q and Dre know exactly what to say. The code is backcourt since Steph and Clay. Straight shooting. Subscribe, like, and share. We on every platform. I promise we everywhere. Straight shooting. We straight shooting. We straight shooting. We straight shooting.
What up, dog?
What up, what up, what up?
What up?
Welcome to the Str8 Shoot'N podcast, the #1 podcast in the city of Detroit.
Yes, yes.
I am DR motherfucking E.
John Q in this bitch, what up?
Frank G.
That's your girl Keys.
And we got some special guests in the building today.
Yes, sir.
Our guest, we got Commander Dale Brown in the building from Detroit
Commander!
Urban Survival Training.
Hi,
Yes,
Dale.
sir.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Give it up for Dale. We'll be getting into an interview with Dale in a little bit. We also have special co-host, comedian Frida Free in
What
the
up,
building.
though, Frida?
Hello, how y'all doing?
What up, what up?
Hey, girl. Hey.
So before we get started with everything, you know how we do each and every week. How was y'all weekend?
Come on,
Well, starting with me first, my weekend was pretty okay. This was the week. Saturday was my kid's father's birthday, the one who passed away. So we normally release balloons every year. Well, actually, we release balloons on his death date, which is October the 17th. But I'll be in Africa. Okay. Yay, me.
All right.
So we decided to do the balloon release on his birthday.
Okay.
So,
All right.
and then we took the kids to like a couple of fairs, and then I also took them to the movies to go see Orphan Part 2. Boo.
He said boo. Boo.
And that was about it. We just had
enough,
like
with enough killing or something, or?
it had a really, really good plot twist, but that was it. Like the plot twist was amazing, but the movie itself, I wouldn't waste my money going to go see it if I was
Straight
y'all.
trash.
Just wait till it come out. But it is a good plot twist. So,
What was
but
it again?
remember
Orphan.
Orphan Part 2
Orphan.
about
You know
that
what?
girl?
Yeah, my daughter was just telling me about that. She
Yeah.
actually said she liked it, but
Yeah, some people mix. I mean, like I said, the plot twist was amazing, but the movie itself was like,
Yeah.
I like the first one better. So this weekend, was pretty much the kids. They getting ready to go back to school, so we trying to do as many activities as we can with them because
Yeah.
okay.
it's about to be bedtime back at 8:30 again. So
Good luck with that.
yeah. that was
What about
great.
you, Dre?
I ain't really do too much of that, man. Saturday, I was at the store. Then, Saturday I wasn't at the store.
Man.
I'm tripping.
Making up
I
days
had
and
my
shit.
wife at the store because Saturday I was filming. I was filming a documentary Saturday.
Okay.
And then Sunday, I had a meeting up here again for casting for for the Voice of the City, the show that we're doing.
Okay.
And then Saturday also too. Later on Saturday, speaking of movies, y'all call me a big kid or whatever y'all want to, but I like anime and shit. So I went and saw Dragon Ball Z the movie. So
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All
so I
right.
went and checked that out. And then other than that, man, that was it. I was cool.
Okay.
So,
All right. So far as my weekend, I ain't do too much of shit, but no, I worked around the crib a little bit. And of course, like I was just telling you, I did some more. I was working in the studio a little bit, and I did get a chance to watch a little bit of what was that? Friday, Saturday, a little bit. The Lions preseason football game and the House of Dragons. What was that later on Sunday or whatever? So that's pretty much about it. You know what I'm saying? What about you, Frank?
Oh, my shit was lit.
Skating.
Went to the giant slide, got fucked up. Tore my back up, tore my leg up. The giant slide wasn't playing. That ain't the regular giant slide. Fuck what they talking about.
It's definitely not.
Our giant slide used to be yellow.
yeah, right, exactly.
And them humps was never that big.
They
We
weren't that
wanted
big.
them that big as kids, right? So we would fly.
Yeah.
Nah, they trying to kill these kids. Nah, it's
Them
like
giants,
all of
that giant slide was fucking them kids up.
Yeah.
When they first had the kids go down, I'm looking at it. I'm like,
They
That
going
shit
too
don't
fast.
seem
They
safe.
going too.
And I'm like, is it just me? Because you know how as we get older, we start the risk that we used to take as kids. We don't want our kids to do the same thing.
Right.
So I'm looking at it and I'm like, this shit don't look safe for these kids. So I'm rewinding it. Then I pulled up an old clip from YouTube and I'm like, yeah, something ain't right. And an hour later, they shut it down.
And you know it ain't safe when they got a white dude out there telling you how to go down the giant slide. You got to lean forward.
He did the PSA on it and shit.
You ain't never rode this. We know what to do. Hell no. Because I remember as a kid, I used to get one of them sacks. My shit never moved. Remember that?
Yeah.
Right.
You'd be getting stuck in the middle and you'd be like, this some
I gotta
bullshit.
slow
Right.
down.
Hell
I think it was a
no.
sack.
They used to push you back then.
Yeah, it might be the
They
sack.
shut it down.
I was thinking it might be the type of sack that you
It could have been.
I don't think it was a sack. It was the slide itself. Like that was straight slippery ass
It
steel.
might have been a bit of both, though. You know what I'm saying? Because probably that sack might have been like damn near burnt or something and shit, where it make it feel like paper and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But here's what's so bad when you look at all the clips, all the kids who went down. It was like, oh, it was fun as hell.
Right.
Nah,
That would be so fun.
Well, the one girl, because shout out to Kenyatta, because that's who video went viral, and they made it all the way to the, Detroit went viral for this. We made it all the way to the shade room.
And they got a rap.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But his daughter, when she got interviewed by the news, they was like, how'd you feel when you were going down? She was like, I thought I was about to die. And the boy was like, gravity hurt. But that's the way they flew down on them stairs, because everybody kept saying, like, oh, these kids weak as hell. And I'm like, nah, we was not
We
going
didn't-
down
yeah,
on
we
that
didn't
slide
go
like
down
that. I don't feel like the kid. I feel like they brave as hell for even getting on that shit.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like the kids are weak, because we weren't going down the slide. We weren't going down that slide 200 miles per hour.
Right.
We was getting burnt.
We wanted to. Right.
wanted
We
to,
just
and we was
didn't.
getting burnt. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely wasn't like that. They was getting fucked up going down that slide. Yeah.
So, Commander Dale, how was your weekend? What you do?
Oh man, an amazing weekend. Went to Chicago with Twista on Sunday and met Chance the Rapper and got a chance to meet G Herbo was there and a bunch of other rappers. This was a Chicago event. A lot of actors from Force.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Met them, met the brothers from Force.
The power.
Power, Power series.
Yeah.
And I didn't recognize them at first because they're, not character. They were like, man, show me some moves. This guy, he's just real. I was like, you look familiar a little bit. And I was like, I just know your face from somewhere. And it was the dude, it was the brothers. Both of them came up.
Okay.
I had to do tactics on them. It was a softball game and a basketball game.
Okay.
You know what?
Anti-violence.
I saw that too. I saw that.
Yeah, it was great, man. The Chicago people were great, very positive. Got a chance to do tactics on hundreds of people and take 1,000 pictures and, really show support for peace in the community.
Okay. All right. Sound good. All right, Free to Free. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. It was kind of busy. I had a comedy show with Detroit Puff and Laugh, hosted by Keish Laugh a Lot.
Okay.
Other than that, just work.
Okay.
And comedy shows. Hopping sheets and telling jokes.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Hey, as my brother say, sometimes it happens.
Right. So we go hop into our sponsors real quick. Today's episode of the Str8 Shoot'N podcast is sponsored by Str8 Fashion. You can find Str8 at 3031 West Grand Boulevard, Suite 180, Detroit, Michigan. Again, if you are looking for any high-end gear, you want to come check out, you want to go step out, fly for the night, make sure y'all come down and check out Str8. You can see all type of shoes, watches, dresses, all type of stuff. So we got everything for y'all. Also, we are sponsored by Monta Vista Vodka. You can find Monta Vista if you go on, want to order a bottle of Monta Vista right now. You can go on Instagram or Facebook page, the Monta Vista Vodka page, and place an order. Also, they will be in all stores throughout the Metro Detroit area soon within the next couple of weeks. We'll keep y'all posted on that. We also are sponsored by the Inn at Ferry Street, downtown Detroit. That is where we will be doing our 50th episode. We will be celebrating. Everybody come out celebrate.
Yeah, boy.
It's a networking event. Y'all come down, y'all party with us.
Come on through.
It is in Detroit, Michigan, Midtown on Ferry Street. It's Mansions. It's a hotel though, but it's very nice, really nice.
Yeah.
So make sure we keep y'all posted on. Make sure y'all look out on the Str8 Shoot'N page. We'll have the flyer and everything up soon. And we are also sponsored by.
Who the fuck? No, that would be me. That would be me. That's Gym Animal Muscle Gang Enterprises, LLC. So if you're looking for some personal training, if you're looking for some fly gear to work out in, if you're looking for some of the best, I would say, health and wellness products for our supplements and stuff like that, protein, energy drinks, detoxing, and so forth, give me a call or just really go to my websites at gamg.shop and also gamg.firstfitness.com. Also, I am starting up some basic boot camp training classes again. It's not September 3rd. I got it on the whatchamacallit wrong. It's actually September 4th, which would be the first day at 11 o'clock Sunday morning. And then the second class will be that Wednesday at 7:30. So if you want to, reach out to me or whatever, just hit me up.
I'm coming.
On Instagram or Facebook, or just call me. Check out my socials and stuff like that. You can call me, text me, and go from there. Say the classes will probably be like $15 per class. If you want to get a package, it's like $80 for the whole, for a whole month. So that's like 8 classes. So it's like $10 a class. So
I'm gonna take my fat ass.
I'm gonna go through.
Come on through.
For real.
Come on through. I'm gonna whoop on y'all. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, just I'll have another flyer up and stuff like that, so you can go ahead and tap in and stuff. All right. And then we are also sponsored by APE, which is All Problems Eliminated. Okay. So if you're looking to get any repair work done to your home, you want to go ahead and, you're looking to get anything remodeled, say some painting, plumbing, so forth, you can give my brother Teron a call at area code 269-448-3508. And then he can also be reached on Instagram under ape.tl on Instagram. And we are also sponsored by
Premium Haul Logistics Trucking LLC. Once again, we are still looking for drivers. I need at least 2 to 3 drivers with the CDL. I prefer if you had a CDL at least 2 years. But if you haven't and you have a fresh one, I can still work with you depending on your driving. If you are not interested in going over the road, you can still, like I said, hit me up and email me, because you can pretty much create your own schedule if you're interested in working for Premium Haul Logistics. And you can reach me at Amber, amberkeya85@gmail.com.
All right.
And y'all know what time it is.
We are also sponsored by
And summer's almost over. It's cuffing season. You need your balls to be fresh
and Dry.
No doubt about it. We just came out with new mango pineapple. Fresh ball spray. Last week, strawberry bananas. And for you women, we got fresh titty spray. Just came out with kiwi lemon. And for all you big girls, we got buffalo spicy wings.
Spicy.
Keep them titties nice and dry for cuffing season.
Yeah, buddy.
Come see us. We got the ball spray and the titty spray.
All right. Keep it dry.
I'm not just a spokesperson, I'm a client.
That would be too.
We also, I forgot a sponsor earlier. We also sponsored by Distillery in Livonia. If you want to taste the different flavors of Monte Vista vodka, you can go there and check it out. Make sure y'all go take it. It's not available for sale yet, but they have them on there where you can check them out and taste them.
Oh, I thought you was about to say that they had
Fresh ball spray?
fresh
Fresh
ball
ball
spray, Monte
spray
Vista style.
at the distillery.
Yeah, make sure y'all go check them out. It's next to Snookers, if y'all know what Snookers is.
Yep.
All right.
And the
Sweet
blueberry is my
peppermint.
favorite, so check it out.
All right.
All right, so now we
Taco.
about to get into it is a taco place.
Taco coming soon.
Taco.
It is a taco.
Look,
It's
there you
already
go.
Taco
Taco
ball
coming
spray.
soon.
Bam.
Taco coming soon. There you go.
See, taco. It's a taco Taco
Tuesday.
Monta Vista.
Yeah.
So we got so now you about to have Taco fresh ball spray too.
You got a taco vodka?
Yep.
For real.
Taco vodka.
Even Puffy ain't got a taco vodka. You got a taco vodka?
Taco vodka.
Man.
For all the Latinos, taco vodka coming soon.
Taco.
So let's get into the shot of the day.
Hell, stupid.
This shot of the day I want to dedicate to my daughter. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Nene, right?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nene,
I don't
right?
have anything
Happy
to drink, but
birthday.
happy
With her
birthday.
imaginary.
Man,
I
what the
would
hell?
also like to give a shout out, happy birthday to my kid's father who is deceased.
Happy birthday.
So happy birthday to him as well.
And my son, his birthday was Saturday.
Happy
so
birthday to Frank's son.
Happy birthday to
Happy
Frank's son
birthday.
as well.
And then I got two of them. Tomorrow is my grandparents' anniversary, and Friday would be mine. So
okay, all right.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
you know,
How long you been married?
it'd be 22 years.
Wow,
Yeah.
really? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, all right.
You know,
Shout out to three
look,
bitches I used to date. Yeah.
He ain't got no wife now, y'all,
I
because
should
he
get
just has to call him.
for Q anniversary too, because I introduced him. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, you introduced him? Really?
yeah, for sure. For sure. Shout out to you, brother.
Soulmate.
I want to give a
Yeah.
shout out to my nigga. He locked up though.
Oh, that's
Okay,
all right.
shout out.
Hey, that's all right.
Period.
Yeah.
shout out
All
to
right.
the free nigga who doing time.
You know what I mean?
Release him.
Yeah. All right.
He can't hear the shout out, but shout out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He can't hear the
Them
shout
niggas got
out.
phones
Hey, you never
and
know. They
everything.
got
Okay, they do.
might be listening.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Never know.
All right.
So now we about to get into the shooting the shit segment.
man.
Oh, I thought you was doing it. You want
No, it was you. It was you this week.
Get it together.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead. You do it.
I gotta pull it up.
I pulled it up, but I thought you was doing it. I
No.
pulled it up too. Shit.
No,
I did.
you was a 2-year-old.
It was. So,
Okay, so
Yeah.
do y'all want to skip it?
so
You
no,
go
we,
to
No, no, no,
we
you
about
got
to go
it.
to it right away. I'm about to go to it.
Okay.
Here we go.
You gonna say
It is. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
It's time to shoot the shit on the Straight Shootin' podcast.
man, you ain't found it yet.
Okay, so this shooting the shit segment was about
Hold on.
a 2-year-old girl
There you
who bites and kill a snake after being bitten first by the snake.
I seen that.
Wait, what?
I seen
A
that.
snake bit a 2-year-old, and in return, the 2-year-old bit the snake back
Absolutely.
and killed it.
So my cousin had got bit by a dog a long time ago, and she bit the dog back.
Hey,
Well, no,
there
they
you
She
go.
said
killed
to do
the. She
that.
killed the dog too.
I don't know if the dog was dead, but you know
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
saying. You know.
Where did this happen at?
This happened out.
That was in Turkey, I believe, if I ain't
Yeah,
mistaken.
it was
I was about to say the dog bite was in Detroit.
Yeah.
Man, he said that was in Detroit.
Yeah, but the dog ain't dead.
She bit the snake so hard she killed it.
Yeah.
Killed it.
They
She
have
said she gonna get
poisonous
it out in
snakes
blood.
Right. So
in Turkey.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's an eye for an eye.
Just for a child at 2 years old to have a wherewithal to bite the shit out of a snake
Yep.
and not be afraid to bite it back.
And her first teeth. Was
So she was
Right.
right. I'm wondering, like,
The
what did you
first
bite
set.
that motherfucker?
Right.
Like to kill it?
She probably bit it right on top of the head or something.
Something bit his eye out.
Bit
or
it and
some
didn't let go.
She
Something.
bit it and didn't
She
let
had to bite
You
the
know-
head off.
You
the
know,
bite-
the
they had to
baby
bite the head
biting
off.
hard as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Babies do bite her.
Yeah, they bite
They do
hard.
bite
That's their
hard.
defense mechanism is to bite.
Got that
That's-
pit bull lock.
Yeah.
But in order to kill a snake, you got to be headed, don't you?
No,
Think so.
I mean,
not necessarily.
but that's why I said
That's
she
probably
had.
what she did.
Yeah, she might have bit the head off. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably
Bit
did.
it in.
Shit.
Probably grab that.
Survival
She was
instinct.
That motherfucker probably bit her. She was crying.
And
probably
she got
snapped
mad
her.
and bit the shit out of it.
Like motherfucker.
Right.
Bitch.
I'll show your ass.
I'll show you.
Period.
Natural instincts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
Survival
It is.
instincts.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Where
Nature.
that 2-year-old at?
Right. I need her on my team. Shit. She might give you a run for your money, Dale.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not biting that. I'm not biting the snake. I turn the snake over to her.
Right. You'd be like, yeah, you ever in this situation and shit? She'd be like, nah, fuck that. I just gonna bite.
Hell yeah. That's why I want to hire her as my security.
He need to teach us tactic against monkeys, because if they throwing motherfuckers off cliffs, no telling.
Yeah. The monkey rising is coming soon.
Yeah.
Say what?
I'm glad ain't no monkeys over in this motherfucker.
Aggressive ass monkeys all over the
Yeah,
road. Been
these
fucking
monkeys
people
been
up.
fucking
Hold on. It is some aggressive monkeys out here.
Yeah, it is some aggressive monkeys out here.
She's crazy.
They look like silverbacks too. Have you seen them?
I was trying to say. It took me a minute to click.
Right, it is.
Nobody want no timid monkeys anyway.
They look like whole silverbacks.
And look, that's a perfect segment and shit to Straight Ratchet.
There you go. Speaking of aggressive monkeys,
Right.
shoot this shit segment with keys.
Shooting the shit. Are you doing the audio or my shut up?
No, Straight Ratchet.
Oh, straight ratchet.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is that.
What the hell?
Somebody's phone? What the hell?
Oh shit, that's mine. My
Are
bad.
you
My bad.
you doing the straight ratchet music or no?
Yeah, no, I had that.
Oh, it threw me off too. That's why I was wondering, like, what the hell? It threw me off too, so that's why I was asking. Okay, no, you good.
I'm going to turn down. Pussy.
What up, though? This your girl Keys, and it's time to talk straight ratchet.
So, I decided to speak on what I will say is ratchet, but I can get y'all opinions. What's up with the ladies and this new thing of wearing certain clothes in order to show the pussy print? Like, this is a new thing.
They
Like,
showing off their aggressive monkey.
when did this? But when did this become a thing that to wear certain pants in order to show
The camel
print
toe?
of the damn camel toe?
I believe it
because I
started
thought
with
at
the
one
highways.
point it was something that you hid. Like, that's something that women hated at one point. Like, they would go and make sure they would wear things to avoid showing the camel toe. Now I notice when girls, especially on Instagram, when they're on camera, they put like they wear stuff so you can see it. I was just wondering what's going on. Am I getting old, or what is this a new thing? And y'all like the shit.
It's getting ratchet.
Hey, it's been going on.
mean,
It's getting ratchet.
All I'm gonna say is aggressive monkey.
But you know what's crazy? I seen some shit where they be putting fake
ones.
pussies on.
Yeah, I seen that shit too, just to make it look bigger.
Yeah.
And listen, so I always get deeper thoughts, and I notice it's a lot of guys that like it when they real big like that. I don't know, y'all kind of suspect to me. That shit is too close to looking like a dick. And anytime you want some shit that look that big, I think that men secretly want a dick in their life. I'm not even gonna lie.
That don't have nothing
No,
to do
for real.
You gonna say
That don't have shit.
you gonna say in other words and shit.
Yeah.
They walking around with shit with a pussy dick.
They want a pussy dick.
Get your dick out your pussy.
2 for 1, goddammit.
I mean, it was bound to happen. You knew it was going to happen when they came out with the booty pop. Remember the booty pop?
Yeah.
That was before the BBLs, the big booty.
I
They
can
came
even
out with
understand the booty pop because every woman we used to wear the certain bras to make the breasts look bigger, and
Or
girls would wear.
I just put tissue.
Or you put tissue in there, but you want to purposely show the print of your vagina. Like, you want to show it. You want people to see it.
Do you think that it's showing that somebody has been beating it up, or they've been beating their shit up themselves?
No.
Just been born with that hook.
I feel like
You know what I mean?
I feel like the new way of women just being plain out whores, they try to dress up trash. They try to dress up being a whore by saying, we have rights and, we should be able to wear what we want to wear. And it's like, to me, it's y'all trying to make a fancy way of becoming okay to be a whore. Because that's whorish activity to me. Like, what? it's not okay to walk around here going out your way like, hey, look at my vagina. Like, hey, you see?
Show that
and y'all know I wear revealing clothes and everything, but it's just a limit to everything you do. And it's like, come on, y'all. Like,
See, but it's
do y'all
all
leave
about-
anything for the imagination?
It's all about content and likes. You know what I'm saying? It's all about content and likes. That's all they do it for.
And then you got some women that just can't help it because there's a lot of women that don't have.
No, you said it. No.
There's a lot
You
of bitches that don't got an ass, but they got a big ass pussy.
So they want to show it.
So it just happens that way. They just
Would you say some people might have big lips, big titties,
And
big
it's
titties,
so
big ass, but then you just got
big
ass,
and that's okay if you got a big old
big
pussy.
lips.
That's fine. But I don't understand how you're going at your. I'm talking about the young women that's going out their way to wear certain things, and they'll like press down on it so you can see
It
the
starts
brand.
with the high waisted jeans.
That shit's stupid.
I want to show the whole camel
It's
foot.
a high waisted.
Like I said,
Jeans.
a rising of the monkeys.
My high waisted jeans ain't showing my vagina print, and then that shit uncomfortable. I don't want nothing that's grabbing me like that. That shit hurt.
See, I thought it wasn't like that too until I lost the weight, and then I
like
put on
that.
a pair of jeans, and I was like, "Well, goddamn, bitch, that what you been on this time?"
When we was younger, I remember girls used to be like, or their parents be like, you wear them tight ass pants, you'll get a yeast infection.
No, for real.
Do y'all think? Do y'all think too? Just a question or whatever before we move on to the interview. Do y'all think that when they showing that it's possible that they might even have a STD or some shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like shit. Do that shit be swelling up from some shit? Like I don't know.
I mean, anytime that a bitch is going out her way to just
cream.
reveal her vagina to you, she's suspect for anything anyway. You got to watch them.
But that's what I'm saying. So if
She just might.
all right, so
I guess on that note,
so hey, look, we about to find out how do you actually and shit, you know what I'm saying, subdue an aggressive monkey.
right, we about to get into
We got a commander in the house. Hold on.
Commander Dale Brown. Before we hop into the interview, let's catch the video right quick.
If I try to grab it, you say, give me a hand, give me money, or whatever, or put your hands up, or whatever. And if I try to grab the gun, you shoot. Okay, whatever happens, gotcha. Okay.
Give me your money. Okay.
Here.
Oh, wait a minute. You gonna break my motherfucking head. You done made me shoot myself?
Watch this. The soldier up there, don't say anything. And if I move, we'll pull the trigger.
Ah,
Is that crazy?
Damn.
Look at that.
Damn. I'm trying to turn out there and get shot in the face.
Yes. That's what saves your life. Watch. Just do this part. Watch this. This is how easy it is. And this is something that can save your life. They put it to your head, right? No matter what they say, it doesn't matter. They say nothing. By the time they see your head move, it's too late. Yeah. Pull the trigger if you see me move. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Damn. Ain't no special effects in here either.
No.
This is the real room right here. This is the real basketball court when we get down. There's no special effects. Look, I can't. No special effects. This is real time, real live action right here.
All right. So Snoop Dogg, did it work?
It's too good to be true. It's believable, man. I mean, this is great tactical work right here to be able to, outsmart somebody when they got
the gun on you.
On you.
Yes.
And hand on the trigger.
Yes.
Like ready to go.
Yes. Watch this. Another good one. Put it right on you because a lot of times in trouble what they do is they come up on you.
Oh, they want you to feel it.
Look, man. Don't move. Hey, let's look up. Hey, what you looking at? You want something? Move on.
Right. They want you to feel
Right.
it. They want you to
Because also they want you leaving. So if they stand back here, point the gun at you,
can get it what?
You just run or pull your gun out.
Right.
They
want to be more.
Yeah, right up there. Like, what you doing? What you doing? Right. So that's why they're wearing the same thing.
Oh, so you disarming.
All right, y'all.
So we gotta give it up.
Oh yeah.
We're about to give it up. Like give you a straight shooting welcome how we give everybody. So here we go. Worldwide recognized all over the country, we're bringing to you Commander Dale Brown.
Yeah. How's it going, Commander Dale Brown?
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Appreciate you coming on the show.
Welcome to Str8 Shoot'N.
Yep. So let everybody who's been sleeping under a rock know who you was. Who you are, right?
Man, he said was.
I am the founder and director of operations for Detroit Threat Management Center and Detroit Urban Survival Training. And I started my organization in 1995, stopping violent criminals from home invading and murdering families on the east side of Detroit, Holcomb, Agnes East Jefferson, an area they called Crack Alley. And by making the families safe that were being home invaded, there was a murder every month. I made the wealthy people wealthier by making the poor people safer, and did it without violating people's rights and without creating unnecessary violence and without killing anyone. So we're able to create safety safely. That's what we take pride in.
Okay.
Making safe for families.
So right now, everybody know who you are. If you know anything about what's going on with safety tactics, we look at Dale Brown and Detroit Urban Survival Training. When did it start shifting to where just everybody was just talking about you want to do a video and everything with you?
Well, at first I had a couple different levels. So the first phase of being known outside of the inner city community in Detroit was in 2010, 11, 12, and there. The libertarians heard about what I've done in Detroit for protecting the families here in Detroit. They looked at the crime mapping, and they saw stories of how we're able to create safety in Palmerwood, Shore Forest, Golf Course, Harbortown, Victoria Park, and other communities throughout Detroit and other places. And they heard about that, and they started to embrace it as though what I was doing was for replacing the police. They thought they were advertising me as the ideal example of a private police force, which I completely disagreed with them. And I went around the country. They paid me thousands of dollars to stand in front of crowds in California, at universities, and on the East Coast, in New Hampshire, all the way down to Texas, flying me around for me to tell. Acapulco. They flew me to Acapulco where I met the real freeway Ricky Ross.
Oh wow! Okay.
And I did ask him if he knew he was working for the person he's working for, and he said no.
Okay.
I pulled him aside. The real freeway Ricky Ross.
Yeah.
So I shared the stage with him and Ron Paul.
Okay.
And so then I explained to them that what I did and what I've done here in Detroit is not about replacing the police. We work with police. What it's about creating safety for the families. And I don't care if the police could or could not be there on time or whatever the issue was. I work with them as much as we can. And if we can't, we still got to make the family safe, and that's what we got to do. Yeah. And they took it the wrong way. They're like, "Oh, so you just did it without the police?" No, I never said I did it without the police. I did it regardless of whether they had the manpower or not to assist us. Right. And when they did have the manpower to assist us, they did. The police have been very helpful when they could be. Unfortunately, when violence happens, the police are not going to be able to be there 99.5% of the time. Yeah. So if someone's raping you, robbing you, killing you, the police will not be able to be there. Even if you call them right now, right before you got raped, robbed, or killed, the police will not be there in a timely fashion, even if they wanted to be. Right. So it's not fair to really blame the police for not being able to be there when we're the ones responsible for our safety. So instead of complaining, what I did was just made a group. I created an organization from people in the streets of Detroit on the east side. I got volunteers. I trained them in my school. I had no money. All I had was a dog and a rifle. And the thing that made me even begin that was at first I was training people in the parks. I didn't have any money, so I was teaching self-defense. I created a system that incorporates the use of fighting on the ground, fighting standing up, fighting with a baton, a pistol, a shotgun, a rifle, a knife, environmental weapons, fighting multiple aggressors. And what I thought was important for people in Detroit was to have that training so they could protect themselves. I thought it'd be a great business. Okay. And what made me turn into a community service organization was a girl was chased off a bridge in 1995. And I thought,
I remember that too.
Yes, and they played it in high rotation on the news. Yeah. They were like, "Look at these people! these people in Detroit, they were cheering as she was being chased off the bridge. They watched as she was cheering. I was like, okay, first of all, I was like, that's not true. This is racist media. This can't be true. Yeah. There's no way that a group of people that are African Americans are going to sit on the bridge and just watch as a girl's chased, pulled out of a bridge, and thrown off the bridge. That's not possible, right?
Right.
And what I can tell you for sure, 150%, is that it definitely happened. And now, of course, it's social media, so people actually were there and they're on social media talking about it. That's how I learned some more details about the story. But so now I can tell you, because we've rescued men, women from these situations, and they were cheering, and they were, in some cases, I wasn't fast enough to rescue them, but I was able to stop some of the carnage. Okay. But, terrible things still happened. In some cases, people got killed. And I can tell you for a fact, people were cheering. They will cheer when you're on the ground being beaten by the crowd. Yeah. They will cheer. They're not even, it's not personal. They will help you get beat down. You're a female. Yeah. You are being beaten by other females and males in a large group, and they will cheer as you are beaten.
That's crazy.
They will cheer as you're being torn out of a car. They will be cheering as you're tortured in public. And what I can say I'm most proud of is we've been there to actually rescue them, to physically pull females down from being choked off the ground, feet off the ground in front of 10, 15 men yelling, "Kill that bitch."
Wow.
And my men have gone in and got, these are guys from the streets. In some cases, some of the guys that worked for me back then, this was their first legal job. First time they had a haircut. First time they thought shaved. The first time they had a conversation that was respectful to people, and people respected them. And I'm very proud to say that I also learned that young men can actually change. They can age out, but they can also, if you tell them what's right and you show them what's right. And this is what came back to me after 27 years. But I got these stories back now. Guys that used to be penitentiary only lifestyle. They then came back to me years later and said, thank you. I learned a lot, and everything you said was true. And I appreciate that, because a lot of these dudes are scary. So I was the first person to ever be able to tell them the truth. No one even in their family felt like they could say something to them that made them uncomfortable, because they would attack their own family members. Yeah. These are the kind of guys who a lot of them were big as kids and just big aggressive individuals. Some of them were not big, some were just little aggressive individuals and killers. And these individuals also respected me, and that's only because what I did was I treated them with respect, but I also trained them. And you had a choice when I would do like this demo with them off the streets, because they're like, man, the smartest people in the community. Some of the smartest people are what I call the thug animals. Yeah. They think faster than you will ever think as a good person. Yeah. They think twice as fast. They're in survival mode at all times, hardly articulate, intelligent, brain is 10 times faster than a normal human being. They will come up to me and be like, "Hey, what y'all doing here? Okay, how can I join y'all? What time do y'all start? How many guns y'all got? What are the logistics?"
Doing intel.
Getting all the intel, I was like,
straight up,
man, this is amazing. This dude's got a whole plan. He wants me to tell him everything. I'm like, yeah, we got all that. Yeah, we got all that. Right? Okay. And my point is that I had to learn a lot about psychology, and that's the most important thing I learned over the past 27 years, to create peace peacefully. Okay. And at first it was just a lot of violence, and that's because I learned violence from I was an airborne paratrooper in the Army. I jumped in airplanes, helicopters. Okay. I was a private investigator when I got out of the military. Before that, I was a martial artist my whole life. So I just loved martial arts. I was always training everywhere I went, in any city or state or country. I graduated from high school in West Germany. My mother was a doctor in the Army, and she taught me as a kid how to shoot guns when I was like in elementary school. So me and my sister would shoot guns all the time.
Yeah. Exactly.
So guns and training is just part of our life.
Okay.
And I got a chance to come to Detroit and make families safe, man. You can do this. You can create, and this is the big part of my message. It's the most important. This idea that you have to incarcerate people, that you have to jail people, that you have to be inappropriate to people or find ways to use force and violence to change their behavior is completely untrue. Yeah. We use inspiration, we use positivity, and we create conditions where violent criminals do not feel they can strike.
Right.
That's all. It's psychological. What makes you not go to a certain restaurant when you heard it was bad service? Yeah. You're just not going. Yeah. If they treated you bad one time, if you felt uncomfortable, if you felt they didn't even do anything to you, you went to a restaurant and they just were like, just uncomfortable in there. So what we do is make violent criminals feel uncomfortable about hunting our families. Yeah. We find a violent thug in the middle of the night going through hunting, all blacked out, in the neighborhood, 3 o'clock in the morning. We don't disrespect them. I'll pull right up to them. "Hey, how you doing, young man?" And they got their hoodie on. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" They're like, "Oh, I'm fine. Why are you filming me?" Oh, police make us film everybody we have contact with Otherwise, we get in trouble, which is not true. That's what we tell them.
Right.
And they're like, oh, okay, so you're not looking for no evidence on me. Evidence of what? You're not doing nothing wrong.
Right.
No, I'm not. I'm just out here. I go to Wayne State. I just jog. You know what I'm saying? I go running. I'm out here. I just jog. Dude, I'm out here. I work every night. I never see you out here 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I know you're not jogging for Wayne State track. Right? I said, listen, young man, we're going to be right out here for you to make sure you're safe because 7 miles right there. So when you're walking through here, 3 o'clock in the morning, jogging, you get free bodyguard services.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay us. We'll make sure you're safe. That way nobody, hits you in the car. Because you're in all black right now, creeping through the neighborhood. Somebody might, mistake you and hit you with the car. So we're going to be behind you, make sure you're safe. Like, for real? Yeah, real bodyguard service for free.
Yeah.
For real, thank you. That's what's up. Then they go, I say, well, also we have another service for you. If you would like, you could join the good person file. What's that? Well, it's a file that, let's say the police think you did something illegal. We could show them a picture of you and your ID and prove to them that you're in our good person file. Therefore, you're not a criminal.
Right.
Absolutely.
They're like, what would a good person do right now? All right, then, put me in the file.
All right. Yeah.
So I take this file. Now I'm looking at this in this one case. The first time I did it, I looked at this thing. I was like, oh, this is not even him. This is somebody else's ID.
Right.
But the point is not to ID him.
Right.
The point is to make him understand that there's care in this community for the families here. You will not hunt here.
Right.
We're also not going to disrespect you.
Yeah.
And now he's like, oh, can I? Of course you can. Yes, but if you need us, you just raise your hand. We'll come rescue you.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Do you think he comes back and jogs ever again for his free bodyguard jogging service?
No.
Nope. And you don't have to disrespect them. You don't have to incarcerate them. You don't none of those things, and you can create safety safely.
What would you do in a situation where, or have you ever been in a situation where a woman is being physically abused by her man?
Oh, yes.
And she needs to be taught some type of self-defense in order to, fight against him. Have you had a situation like that?
Many.
What was it?
So
what was one of the worst situations you had?
So one of the things we do is to protect domestic violence victims, stalking victims for free for 27 years in every jurisdiction, in every community. So we've seen everything from women being hammered with a hammer and being forced to give visitation to the Marine who hammered her with a hammer in the face and in the head and the body. Wow. And he still had visitation while he's out on bail, out on bond. And then while she's being protected by a guy with a CPL, a young man, the judge, because the person who hammered her with a hammer, and you can still see the marks of the hammer on the face and everything, they said that the judge said, I don't want you to be in a house with a person with a gun. Because the kids, as he said, I don't want the kids to be around a person with a gun. So this Marine who is living on an alternative, extremely violent lifestyle and clearly capable of killing people, was able to tell the judge he doesn't want his children in a house protected.
Wow.
What?
That's crazy.
And then he went up there and terrorized her at her job. So she loses her job. Now she's leaving because she has 3 children. She's being abused. Now she has no job. So what I do is I make a call. I go up there. I get a meeting with this organization. I let them know that I'm from Detroit Threat Management Center. Before we take legal action on behalf of this woman, we need to make sure that this information we received is correct. She said that you are terminating her because she's being terrorized at work. And if that is true, we need to know that and confirm this information. They call back like, serious, sir, we're sorry. There must have been a misunderstanding. We're simply moving her to a different job.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay. They're about to fire a woman who finally was able to leave just because she got attacked. And this is what this was exactly told her and told me at first was that later when we had the meeting, they said, well, we're just worried about the safety of the other women. So you're going to fire this one so she can go home and be killed by this guy. I have to go back to him, right? Be killed. But I'd say here's the worst story. And that is when I was on the east side, Holcomb, Agnes East Jefferson, a woman was screaming. And this is also the greatest story. So the woman is screaming. She's about 35 years old. She's screaming for help. She's on the 3rd floor. She's hanging out of a window naked. And she's literally hanging outside of an apartment building window. So she's holding on both sides. There's somebody inside. We can't see if he's screaming something. And there's a baby screaming. So me and one of my team members run upstairs to 3rd floor. We go into the door. By the time we get, he can hear us running upstairs. So by the time we get up there, he's pulled her back in. He's trying to play it off, trying to get her clothes on her. And so we separate them. He's like, I'm going to get my AK. So we said, well, we're getting the kid out of here. The dog, there's a little baby, literally 6 months old. And so as we're moving the mother and the baby out, he runs over and grabs the baby by the arm and leg. So it's a little boy. He's pulling, the mother's pulling. And one of my team members who weighs about 125 pounds, is about 5'10". He runs up, grabs the baby with like a bear hug, and starts running towards the exit. I grab him off the baby. He runs in the house, is going to get an AK-47. I run behind him into his house. My guy takes off down the steps with the mother, and I go in there, I search the whole house, and there's no AK-47. And so then I say, hey, man, don't come downstairs. I talk to him. I'm like, hey, if you come downstairs, that'll be a problem. Police are already on the way. We already called the police, so you definitely don't want to be up here. You don't really want to come down there when the police are coming to deal with this.
Right.
He's cussing me out or whatever. So I go downstairs. A woman has a burn mark in her leg that's all the way across her leg, and we were asking her what happened to her leg. He took a hot pipe and burned it into her leg before.
What?
Yes. And so then,
wow.
Then the police come, and whatever happens. I'm not sure what happens after that. They're separated. Police take them away, and everything's done. Then I get a call back some years later, like about 2 years later, to go to court over a paternity test over a baby. And I got 3 months notice of this. And I was like, I don't know nothing about this baby. So they said it's a paternity test, and I'm supposed to go to court to testify about a paternity test. So for 90 days, I was sweating bullets. Right? So I get to court. This is a child court, right? And they're like, you're here to testify about this baby? I was like, what? You said I was paternity test and put my name on there.
Right.
Oh,
hell no.
You had a sigh of relief after that.
It turns out that guy killed the mother.
Oh, no. Damn.
After he killed her.
Wow.
And so I was there to testify that I was there when she was screaming. Then because of my testimony, they took his parental rights away.
Okay.
So then I left the courtroom. So now fast forward 6 years later, there's a female that walks up to me wearing a very tight sequin dress. And we were a very disciplined organization. You're not allowed to talk to females on duty or anybody else.
Right.
You're supposed to just be professional. And this female walks up to me and goes, do you remember me? And I was like, no, I do not remember you. And if I had ever seen you in my life, I would remember you 100%. And my guys are all looking at me like, is he going to flirt with her? And I'm like, no, I will not. I'm not looking at anything straight ahead.
Right.
And she's like, you don't remember me? I was like, no, stop saying that because I know I don't know you. Yeah. Right? She was like, I just want to say thank you for my son. And I was like, this is just not possible. I know I don't even think you're thinking the wrong person about your son. I'm telling you right now. Right. She was like, I was in the courtroom when you came in there and you testified against my baby's father who killed the mother. I adopted that baby and I'm a sheriff's deputy.
Wow.
I was a sheriff's deputy in the courtroom that day. And because of you, my son is safe. You guys rescued him that day, and he's 7 years old. He's doing great in school, and it's all because of you. And I want to say thank you.
That's good.
Now I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Even though she passed,
And that guy
to be adopted by someone.
Isn't that amazing? And that guy, that's why you never know how you affect people's lives.
Yeah.
And that skinny guy I was telling you about on my staff, he got shot 7 times at the corner of Lafayette and Van Dyke about a month after he rescued that baby. And,
wow.
He got shot 7 times, 1 time through the neck. He got shot all through the upper chest, upper body, and as he was driving my vehicle. And I never let anybody drive my vehicle so this one day because I happened to be protecting someone at another part of the city.
Right.
And he was picking someone up from the Nile. Remember the Nile?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at the Nile, I pulled my men out because someone at the Nile who was in charge wanted us to allow a woman to be beaten. And we had a rule, if you beat women, we beat you.
That's a good rule.
That's how we got River Rock under control. Because of us, River Rock went from a 2-day open operation to a 7-day palace building in Pakistan organization. Because they were making between 30 and 50 G's a night because we made it safe for females.
Right.
Because we beat down the thugs that were beating the females.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I say they were beating females, I mean they were beating females for just talking to another guy, dancing, not talking to them,
Or not talking
and
to them.
I don't mean by be like a slap, which is also illegal and inappropriate.
Right.
I mean they're beating women in the
I've seen
head,
it.
grabbing their throat, smashing their skull.
Yep.
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
So that's why I developed that
crazy.
rule of beating those men that were beating the females.
Now-
and as a result, we stopped it, and we created a peaceful environment for the women, and the women go where the men go if the women go somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Where the women go. So it just shows we create peace, we create prosperity.
So I know you got a lot of supporters, around the country, and I've seen that. What do you say about the negative people who say that what your training is dangerous and you're not properly training people? What do you have to say about them?
Well, there's a difference between us and them, and that is that we do this in real life, and they do not.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know how else to explain that. If you thought your training really worked, why would you not go out and protect the families in your community?
Yeah.
In Brazil,
Right.
in Texas, in Detroit.
Yeah.
I don't care. I invited them. So I'd have martial artists come to my school, and they'd be like, I am trained under Master So-and-so. I would like to fight you. Okay, first of all, you'd probably be shot by now if I thought you were dangerous to me.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
one guy literally came in and said, if you beat me, you can have my dragon sword. I was like, okay, I don't need a dragon sword, but I do need I do need more team members. So if you like, you can come out with us and protect the families. Right around here, Holcomb, Atkins, East Jefferson. All right, we got thugs in the buildings. They're attacking the families. It's only 10%. 90% of the people here are regular families,
Right.
just trying to live their life. So that's what we're protecting. Come on, let's go. He's like, you mean out there? Yes, where the thugs are attacking the families. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't changed his whole mind.
I'm ready to fight in this room. No. Let's go out here. Let's do some bloodshed in the street.
Right,
So-
exactly.
Let's die for a good reason, okay?
Absolutely.
So just speaking about something like that, okay, so I'm quite sure everybody has probably seen the movie Karate Kid, right? Right? So let me ask you this. If you had to choose a dojo, would it be Miyagi Dojo or Cobra Kai?
Definitely Cobra Kai.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Explain why you would choose Cobra Kai.
Mr. Miyagi, first of all, broke the law. He followed some children and then beat them up. That is actually a crime.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. I just
So
want
let's just say Mr. Miyagi would be in prison in real life. That's why we teach the law here. So
Right,
psychology,
right.
law, and skills, what I teach. Without my law training, I would not be here now. So I teach a type of law that you need to know so you understand how to articulate legally your use of force, your actions, and understand when you're about to do something or say something that is not in your best freedom plan.
Yeah.
If you like freedom and you like money, I got a great training system for you.
Yeah.
If you want to go out here and try to put your hands on people, try to say things to people, but don't understand how the legal system works, you will for sure go to prison 100%. There's a lot of good people, especially in Detroit, who are heroes, who are in prison. That girl was defending herself at that gas station because they had already robbed her. Then the superhero ran up. How many superheroes we have in Detroit? We don't even know because we call them senseless violence. When it's sensible violence, it's not senseless violence to protect yourself, but because you're considered a person of no value, a human of no value, you have no reason to protect you.
Right.
Yeah.
And protecting you is senseless, right? Because think about it. When's the last time you heard of a story that's called sensible violence? I mean, would that not be sensible for you to use violence to protect yourself, your family, your community, a stranger that needs help? Yes.
Yeah.
So that girl at the gas station who pulled out a gun and started shooting into the car, she had been robbed by those men earlier. Oh. That's why she pulled the gun. And the superhero was the guy next to him, which, by the way, is his brother. And the reason why his brother didn't shoot the girl after he disarmed her is because he knew his brother was wrong and had already wronged her.
Right.
Okay,
Wow,
and he is a felon, so they arrested him when he, as a superhero, ran up and took a gun that had muzzle flash coming out. That is a hero. Only a hero runs at a gun that's firing, jumps in the air, grabs the gun, disarms the woman, and then takes the gun to the police station, where he's then arrested for being a felon in possession.
That's crazy.
I really hope that they let him go. I hope they drop the charges.
He bringing you the gun and you get arrested for bringing.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
People don't like doing the right thing.
Oh, listen.
It end up backfiring on
I did not believe that. I'm gonna tell you something. I did not believe those stories until I saw it. I'm standing there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was there when they grabbed innocent people who were the heroes and put them in the police car after giving first aid to a woman and baby shot from a third-floor window. These guys are heroes, and put them in the car. I know they know something. put them in the car. I was like, hey, sir, those guys are heroes. They give first aid.
Wow.
Who is you? Security. Shut up. I was like, wait, sir, I know that the shells are under this window. Anyway, make a long story short, guess what? They got the guy. But I had to argue with them to get the right guy.
Right.
And before that, some dude I've never seen before. I'm on Holcomb, Agnes East Jefferson. I'm in the hood every day. A guy jumped out, the newscaster, I was in plain clothes. Newscaster came up and said, does anybody know what happened here? I was like, I do. They're like, what happened? I was like, well, there was a shooting from the 3rd floor window. A woman was shot and a baby was shot up front. And then they turned the light, they turned the camera off. I was like, I wasn't done telling you the story.
Right.
Right? They don't even know I'm security yet. I'm just a witness, right? I'm about to give them the whole story. They're not interested. All of a sudden, I look over. There's a dude with a plastic bag on his head. I do not know him. I'm in the hood I live there. I know everybody.
Yeah.
He does not live there. He's like, I see that thing. They're shooting. They're crazy. I don't know who he is.
They wanted to put them on.
They shot the baby. They shot the baby. I was like,
You gotta be.
where'd you get him from? Is he with you news people? Did you guys get...
Probably was. They probably paid them to be on there.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude is not from here.
Nah.
Who got this dude, Pookie? Who got him?
But that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They
Oh,
always
man.
get somebody that can't articulate.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What actually happened.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I think it's amazing that you have such a supportive group of people that's out here protecting the victims.
Yeah.
Every community. We work everywhere, too. We go anywhere.
And I
Hurricane Katrina.
I feel like
Man, I
if we
heard
had
stories
more-
about that. Yeah.
if we had more people like you in your groups, I feel like it would be a lot safer.
Yeah.
And I also feel like in certain areas where these police are abusing their authority, if they can get the police out there and have groups like you all, it will make the community a lot better. I also feel like just like they have groups like for his, we also need more groups where we have attorneys that's willing to do,
just to learn.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
Just to teach the law and learn the law and stuff.
You need
like
an
that.
army of lawyers, an army of
We
really
need
good
an army
lawyers
of
that will attack when there is a violation, especially egregious violation, which does happen throughout this country.
Absolutely.
But know that the police are a legal mechanism that you need. It's how the legal system works, and you want that legal system. But you want the legal system. You don't want a bunch of interpretation of it. You just want straight up legal application of law. And that means if X happens, this is what you want Y and Z to be done. It's not if like
it ain't no in between.
Right.
It's
Just do the law. Do the law. I go to a house, a woman has been attacked. The father sees the man with the gun. The guy comes back. There's no talking. He has to go to jail. He abducted her earlier that day.
Absolutely.
It's time to go. The female officers reluctantly even explained as they let him go. And later, another male officer is the one who came, and then he made sure he was taken into custody after we took him into custody. And understand this, when we took him into custody on his 3rd trip to the house of his ex-girlfriend, he'd already abducted earlier in the day, and she only escaped. By the way, girls are being killed by their exes every day. There's not one day where ex-husbands, ex-boyfriends, and guys who just like girls are not killing these females everywhere. So understand it's a prolific problem. It's global, but it's not just Detroit. It's global. It's a global. Women abuse is a global problem. India's having some severe and significant problems, but it's everywhere. So let's be clear that violence and crime is about opportunity, not employment. There's a place called Leavenworth. It's a prison for only military people. It is completely full. That means it's 100% employment to be in there. And they're in there. And they're still stacked up. So if there was a correlation between having a job and not doing crime, then the prison would be empty, right?
How do you feel about Gang Squad? Remember back in the day, Gang Squad, they used to be fucking them.
The big foe.
The big foe.
Do you feel like they should incorporate that and bring Gang Squad back around? Because I will say this.
I think you have an anti-gang squad.
Okay. When you say anti-gang,
I mean against gangs.
Okay.
Some kind of squad against them.
Right. I remember we used to skip school and Gang Squad would pull up and beat the shit out of the kids.
Yeah, that's what you're not supposed to do.
Listen, no, It caused us to go to school.
But that's exactly why you shouldn't do that.
We went to school. We didn't want to get beat. When the games clock came, we got the fuck on.
Yeah,
Like, go
well,
to
what you're
school.
supposed to do is you're supposed to protect the kids and guide them back to school.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to protect them at the bus stop so they don't get raped and tortured and taken away from the bus stops. And the number of stories I've heard from people who got raped and tortured and taken away is astronomical because women tell us these stories and people tell them about their brothers that are missing and their sisters. And for 27 years, I've heard these stories. What I can tell you is my perspective is different and skewed because people came to me with the stories, and a lot of times it came to me for help. And what I can tell you, it's not what you think, and it's way worse.
Yeah.
It's not what you think, and it's way worse.
So
And there's always a twist. It's always an extra step to it. It's much worse. I'm from Ann Arbor, so I didn't know none of this before I came here. I really believe just what the TV said. These people in Detroit are the problem. They won't help the police. They're criminalistic, right? Even though my family is from Detroit. My family started the first privately owned African-American hospital in Detroit. In 1917, it's called Mercy General. My great-grandparents came here because they were being hunted by the KKK, who gave them one option. You leave here in Alabama or you die here tomorrow. So they decided to come to Detroit and start a hospital. These are two doctors. My great-grandmother became the first female African-American female physician licensed in the state of Michigan because they thought she was German. I guarantee you that's why. They just thought her name was North Cross and they thought she looked German.
Yeah. So I got a question for you real quick. Are you recruiting for us with your
Always, Hunter, always looking for good people.
And then
What's your
also too.
Sorry.
Age limit. I'm sorry. What's
Oh,
the
go ahead.
ages?
18 and up for the actual employment.
Okay.
And then we have classes, so it's mainly a school. So first and foremost, we are is a school, and without it being a school, we would not have succeeded. I would not be free, and I would not be here now to speak to you without the training. The only thing that separates, I don't have a special group of people. I just have a special system that's based upon education and constant training.
Okay.
Psychology, law, skill, in that order.
Yeah. Okay.
And I like what you said, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate. How long you been doing this? You said
27 years.
Okay, so you have confidence in what you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many repetitions does it take before somebody feels like, okay, because they can't, that's not how a person in the street thinks. You know what I'm saying? These kids out here.
What do you mean?
Meaning, like, if somebody tries to take a gun away, they're going to get shot in the face.
No. Police officers have been shot and taken. Their guns have been taken. One cop came and told me in 5th Precinct, I was doing a training in service in 5th Precinct, and he's a big bodybuilder. He came in and he was like, "My God, I can't believe." He just came. I was literally in the back teaching right there, some officers, and he came in. He was still in shock. He said, "I just left this alley. This 15-year-old boy just snatched my gun right out of my hand. Right out of my hand." He said, "How is that even possible?" I said, "Show me what he did." He said, "I had my gun. We gave him orders, and he just snatched it right out of my hand." He said, "Then I grabbed the gun. He grabbed the slide and the frame, so he held it right. And every time he said, I said, well, why didn't you?" I said, "Did you grab it?" He goes, "Yeah, I did." And I said, "Well, it can only fire one time." He goes, well, "No." He said, "Every time it fired, my hand loosened up enough for the slide to move and eject the last round and to load the next round." So every time he pulled the triggers, his hand vibrated, and just enough to feed. Mm-hmm. And he said the kid just kept firing. The kid would not stop firing. He's like, screaming. His partner came over and knocked out the 15-year-old kid, and it was not a big kid. Mm-hmm. So one police officer I know, he told me that he doesn't want to do my training because, and this guy's a tough guy, he knocked out 14 people in one fight. 14 people in one fight.
He got him.
He hit them so hard they were asleep in the air. Some officers told me that they were asleep in the air. And when he worked for me, I told him, I said, "Listen, I need you to come to training because what I need is no lawsuits." He had 14 lawsuits from that one fight, and he was proud because you're not real unless you have real lawsuits, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, "Well, I can't afford you to have any lawsuits working for me." Right. I said, "Man, I need you to come to training and learn these tactics." He's like, "Man, I'm not doing that." So I had to, we had to part ways. So wait, he died 6 months later. He died holding the hand of someone not understanding biomechanics. And I have some airsoft guns I can show you right now.
Ooh.
I got to show you how the disarms work too.
Okay.
In those situations,
Mm-hmm.
So these are airsoft guns. They shoot air. They just look good.
They look real.
They look
Yeah.
real.
They
Look damn
literally
real.
They look real.
All right.
I see bullets in the chamber.
Right.
So, this individual. I'll show you this. So, an individual was here. He grabbed the hand, and then he hit the guy. When he hit the guy backed up. Back up.
Okay.
Back up. See that?
Uh-huh.
Look at the gun automatically lined up. So, the person shot and killed the officer. And this officer could bench press 650 pounds. He's a good guy, really good guy.
Yeah, because these kids, they don't know how to shoot.
No,
they
it was
shoot
a grown
like...
man. No, it was a grown man, and shooting to the side is awesome. It's very important that you do that if you understand tactics. You definitely shoot to the side. So, this is all he had to do. Is hold here, and now he controls the gun. Hold tight. Put 2 hands on the gun. Put 2 hands. Yep. Now watch this. Push the gun towards me. Push the gun.
Okay, so what happens if I...
Well, we're just talking about principle. So there's no way to change that. So
Okay.
That's right. So grab, hold tight. Yep. So no matter
Come on, Frank. Hey, look, you was in the military, man. What you doing, dog?
Okay.
It's leverage. It's not strength. Now, if I try to hold you right here, then watch this. Push towards me now. You push with your body. Yeah, you'll be able to get it in there. But with one finger, you control the gun.
See, but that's you.
No,
Now,
it's anybody.
say it's somebody...
I can show her how to do it.
Okay, so say it's somebody who doesn't know that they're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to
People
ward
with
off
skill,
a gun.
I just showed you 2 stories of people with 0 training. That crackhead who killed the officer was my friend. That was a good guy, man. He's a crackhead. He couldn't bench press nothing. And so your survival and sport are not related. So you can be a great fighter, and you go up against somebody who doesn't know nothing. And guess what you are? Dead. Because women, for example, are in death row right now. Many of them. You know what for? Killing a man that could have killed them dead. Easily. Put him in a ring, that woman would be dead every day. But she killed him. How? She thought faster. Sometimes she used a knife. Sometimes she used a gun. Sometimes she used a frying pan. Sometimes she took the gun from him and killed him with his own gun, his own knife.
So real quick.
With no training. None.
Yeah.
So real quick, it's never 1-on-1. Okay,
I'm sorry,
never. We
what?
in the street. It's always 3-on-1, 2-on-1. You getting jumped, you getting beat down.
I agree. That's my experience. That's why I laugh at these guys on TV, on the internet. They're like, well, I would do this and I would do that. Really? Because I guess you're talking about like a college bar fight or something. Because in America,
Put up
one
your
thing,
dukes.
one of the things that's never going to happen is a fair fight.
It's not right.
So if we consider a fair fight 4-on-1, that's about as fair as it's going to get. And so for us, training to fight in multiple directions is normal. But for people who are great fighters, they never think about anything except right here. So you could be a great fighter and you're about to get knocked out in Detroit for sure because the cousins are coming from over here. This guy right here talking to you, he's not even real. He's just talking to distract you. While the cousins come with a chair right here. You was a good fighter. I'm not saying you're not a good fighter. I'm just saying you're asleep right now. You guys got knocked out. And that's when they start really stomping on your brains. And so I'm that guy who's been there. So we never lost. We never, ever lost by any of the cliques. We never had that problem. And that's because we train every day, though, man. So imagine when it's time for you to fight, you're actually happy. You're like, man, I've been training like... When I say train every day, I mean like from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. you were training. Then you go to River Rock at 10.
Yeah.
So that's for years. So you're training. If you last a month, where all of our training back then was all tactics. It was just all right. And back then, let's just say that I didn't own a lot of things, and when you have a cash situation, life is different.
Yeah.
So now things are different, and as I evolved, as my lifestyle evolved, so did my trading.
Right.
And so times also changed. Remember this thing's called cell phones.
Yeah.
There was no cell phones at River Rock in the 90s.
Right.
So if I did then what I now, there'd be no freedom. Okay. Let's be clear that there's a time period in which I can use that violence in these games, and that time period is over. You got to find a way to not have violence. That's what we specialize in now. After many years, how do you create peace peacefully? And that comes from years of failure. So let me be clear that 6 of us have been shot. None of us died.
Okay.
We stabilized our wounded and transported to level 1 trauma hospitals. So without our training, which is medical as well, we would be dead. So if you do not train and you do not train constantly, you are decreasing your survivability. Okay. So when you're dealing with violence, you should expect if someone's a boxer, you should be expected to get punched. If somebody's a kicker, you should expect to get kicked. Someone's a wrestler, you should be expected to get choked. If someone has a knife, you expect to get cut. If someone has a gun, you should be expected to get shot.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do is get shot and stabbed a lot.
Yeah.
Because that will lead to more death, more likelihood of death. And so, unlike these people on the internet, I'm responsible for lives 27 years, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Okay.
I have no days off for 27 years. So the difference between me and anyone else is I created a system, I trained the men and women, and then I'm responsible for their behavior 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if my team member violates your rights, no matter what city you're in, no matter what state you're in, that comes back to me. And I don't mean just economically. I'm a civilian. That means that I could be held
litigation.
Legally. I could be held criminally liable if your behavior was criminal, and I should have known better, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the discipline and structure is very important to your group.
Right. So we was gonna get into our main topic, but we gonna let you keep going.
I
This
got
is
a question.
Yeah, we got way more
somebody
questions.
tried
Yeah, this is
to-
way more important.
If somebody tried to attack me, can we do a move real quick?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
Can you want to wait till we do it after the show? You want to do it now?
Hey, let me show you some principles. Let me show you,
But
show you
that's
some
why I
good
was gonna do
principles.
that
Very
too. We're
important.
gonna record it after the show. So
Show you some really good principles.
Okay.
Very important to save your life.
So maybe you can go down there. Yep.
I'm gonna come down there since it's facing.
So pay
That's
attention,
why
y'all.
I told you to come sit here in the first place.
Uh-oh, see?
All right, so number one, somebody ever grabs your hair or your clothes, which is common, or your wrist, like you're trying to walk away, like I want you to leave me alone. You're always going to go towards the thumb. Grab my wrist.
Go back a little bit
Grab my
so
wrist.
the camera can
Grab my
catch
wrist.
you
Yep.
too.
So if I'm like this, I'm trying to like, hey, leave me alone, right? Instead of trying to have a battle against his strength, all you do is take your hand, go like that, right over the thumb. Just take your hand just like that, over the top. Don't touch, just over the hand. Yes, just like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now just try to pull straight back.
She gonna break her nail. Oh, sorry.
Can't.
Okay. But if I do it like
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Okay.
So if they're really strong, grab two hands. Yep. Grab here, just like that.
Wait, hold on. Do it again.
Yep. They grab you and they try to pull you. Like this happens to women all the time. Grab your hand and you pull over the thumb, just like that. Gotta pull straight. So they grab you and try to pull you away. All you do is grab your hand.
Like this.
Yep, and go that way. Yes.
Oh. Now what if somebody came from behind though?
Okay. If they come from behind you to hold you. Okay. So if they came from behind, there's many options based on what you want to do. So you either want to escape from them, control them, or call it immobilization. Take from the ability to stand, breathe, or see. Right? So if, let's do this one first. They grab, make a fist. This is very important because they grab your hair, they grab your clothing. Okay? So all you're going to do is take your hand and you're going to go right here. I'm going to go slow. And go like that.
That hurt.
That will open their
That's
hands.
all you gotta do.
Yeah, that will open their hand. They'll be screaming.
Put their thumb down. That hurt.
Yep, and they grab here, they won't let you go. It's the same thing. Same thing if they grab your clothing or they grab your hair.
Put
All
their
you
thumb
do,
down.
yep, make a fist. All you do is push this in.
That hurt, y'all.
That hurts really bad.
That hurts.
Yep. You push this in. Yep, make a fist.
Not my thumb. I need my thumbs.
Like that shit.
You ever had your shit pushed in?
I need my thumbs.
All right. Man.
They'll
So
let you
somebody
go.
get in my face.
Yep. You put your finger right here on the bone,
yeah.
right over the top, and press down.
Right here.
Right over the bone. Right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And go
feel it.
straight in.
That hurt too. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so that's without hurting him. You don't want to hurt him.
Okay.
If it's serious, you want to hurt him. Watch this. You just go right here in the eyes. And you smash down right to the
In the
wall.
eyeball.
Boom, right there, right through his eyes, right into this wall with those nails.
So take my eyes and
your
smash-
fingernails go right through your eyes. Smash
See,
right
nobody would expect the throat thing.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nobody
that
would
hurts.
expect
there.
that. Yeah.
You do this.
yeah.
There's nothing. They can't block it. They can't block this.
Hey,
You go
look,
right to the
I'm
eyes,
moving.
right to the wall. I don't care how big they are. They're going down.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody would expect that.
No, no. And
Nor would they expect the thumb thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
remember the
Yeah.
serious, it's your eyes.
Hey, look, we know this
Bro,
though. Me and my brother.
You can also grab the throat here. Even female can do this. It's not strength related. You take your fingers right behind the here, the hyoid, and pinch in.
Oh, that hurt too.
That's horrible.
I did not know we had all these sensitive spots.
It's horrible.
Oh,
You
yeah.
squeeze it with your nails. Your nails will cut right in. And they'll be screaming.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So remember, just go here over the tracheal notch,
Right,
in that
over the
bone,
tracheal notch.
and go down.
Okay.
Use your thumb for extra strength if you need
Catch
to.
a case, Key.
Okay.
Yep. There's no evidence. Remember, there's no injury.
Right.
There's no injury.
Yeah.
Those things I just showed you, except for the eyes, there's no injury.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
So that means guys talking to you like this, grab my hands. This is something men do. You talking to him, it's happening to me because a big guy talking to me. So he's like, I'm trying to talk to him. He's manhandling me. He's gonna grab my arms to manhandle me. Grab hard, and then come here.
Just do it.
Yep, clap down.
Oh, okay. Let me the fuck go.
Right. I like that eye gouging, that nail type of thing.
Yeah, because you got nails. You got.
You can actually hold the man to the ground right there.
Maybe. Okay, how you do it again?
Yep. Go here. Hold the hand. Clamp it to your wrist. 1, 2. You're gonna reach over here, grab the arm, and you're gonna torque it down just like that. That hurts bad.
Yeah.
And if they grab you like this while you're talking, take your elbow over the top. Watch this. Grab my wrist. Go just like that.
Oh.
Elbow over.
So grab. Oh,
Yes,
this.
and step forward. Yes. And from there, watch. Grab. I go, hey, don't touch me. If he continues, you get your elbow here, your hands there. Yes, all that from here. Guys like talking to you like this, you don't want to talk to him, elbow over. Boom. And if you want to, you can go right back, bang, right to his face.
You shouldn't have showed her that. She ready to start some shit. I see it in her face. She ready.
Grab knife. So take the knife out of someone's hands, hold tight. So if I just try to hold tight. It's hard. She's got a strong grip. So we come right here, put our hand on the side of the blade, and it comes right up.
Damn.
Yeah, same thing here.
Oh, that finger hurts.
Yeah, that finger hurts. That finger hurts. It does. Yeah. A little pressure will break that finger.
Yeah.
If someone has a gun,
Yeah, make sure ain't no bullets in there.
there. And you're gonna pull the trigger if I move, okay? If I try to grab this gun, you're gonna pull the trigger.
Don't you fucking move.
I move to pull the trigger. Yeah, if I move, pull the trigger.
Okay.
Yeah, if I move, pull the trigger.
Shit. That's quick. Let me try it again. That's way towards me.
Okay, like, well, I be goddamn.
Damn.
Yep. And even if it's static, watch this. You got it here. You got it on your chest. Now, the reason why people stand close with guns is because if they don't, what would you do if someone pulled a gun on you from here?
Go try to run.
You
gonna
run.
run.
Yeah, you
Just
gotta
stand
run
here.
along.
Running.
I don't
That's
care.
when you gonna get
Even
shot.
if you wanted,
I'm
it's
zigzagging.
gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to shoot you too because unless you're shooting moving targets very often, you're gonna miss a lot. So that's why people do get away.
Well, these kids are missed because they can't shoot and they hold the gun wrong.
And you're supposed to run in a zigzag, right?
Yeah, well, turning your gun to the side is what you do when you're trained properly.
Hell
The
yeah,
reason
you
why
better
you
Benny
train
Hill
to the
that
side is 'cause that's
thing.
like corner.
Right.
If
Like
you don't
mine.
shoot your gun to the
Benny
side,
shit.
you'll be trained to, that's
I
like
have.
basic shooting. So basic shooting is where you're gonna sit straight
Right.
up, which makes your whole body appear around the corner as you go around the corner. So it makes it easier for people to shoot you. So that's why you see people that are trained tactically who always turn their gun to the side and can't hit. Right? And
So
they're
you're
always-
actually supposed to have it to the
and if you're
side.
running, you have to turn to the side or else you're gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't. You think about it, you
have
can't
to
run like this.
Right? Otherwise, you're running like that.
Uh-huh.
say I'll
So,
sh- you
what's
say I'll
funny is
shoot you?
after all those years of making fun of people in the 80s and 90s,
Right.
All of a sudden now it's the new coolest thing to do is to you always if you're a cool shooter these days, you're trained, you always hold it slightly
Yep.
cannon under all conditions.
Yep.
It's not even cool to ever have it straight up now. It's like
So y'all hear that? The actual, so everybody was talking about the dudes that
Hold it to
Yeah.
the side just a little bit.
and the reason why is because you're always cornering. When you're cornered, you have to turn your weapon aside for your sights to line up properly.
Wow. Y'all see the techniques?
Alright,
So
alright.
let a nigga trap.
Man.
The reason why gun design work,
I'm gonna pay that thumb up.
is because of human reaction time. It's not speed. So it doesn't matter how fast or slow you are. Watch, hold your hand up. Hold your hand up. So I'm gonna try to take this right hand. I'm gonna try to touch your hand.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna move it if I try to touch it. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Your turn. You're gonna hit mine. Same thing. Yep. Go. Yep. So the only reason you're missing is not because you're slower. You're not slower.
Uh-huh.
I'm moving ahead of you.
Okay.
You were actually waiting for me to move. Like in real life, when a criminal says, "Give me your wallet, or I'm gonna shoot you," or get in the trunk of the car, I'm not gonna shoot you. Right? That means they're giving you a chance to determine what to do. There's nothing. Let me show you how stupid this is, human reaction time wise. Here, you have a cool gun. Okay, hold the release here.
All right.
All right.
Oh shit.
Stand up.
Hey, I'm all over the
Stand
place
up,
with the camera.
Yep, you're about to understand a lot about shootings that are happening right now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to. You're gonna shoot me. Come closer.
Not me. I mean, I shot 3 times.
So you're-
Right. Hell no. For real. Not
So if I pull this gun out,
mine.
you're gonna shoot me, okay?
Right.
Okay. Point the gun at me. Say, show me your hands.
Show me your hands.
Damn. Wait, what just happened?
Right, who shot first?
Me.
But how
They didn't even count themselves. It's like
We
a
tie, right? Same thing.
Show me your hands.
That sounds like a tie.
I guess we both shot.
It's like
Okay, try it again. Try it again.
Show me your hands.
So now you understand how people are being shot. First and foremost, I complied with your directive. And still
military
got shot.
finally kicked in.
Okay, that's because your brain thought I had a gun. So it didn't matter if I had a gun or not. You were still going to shoot me when I complied.
Right.
So the key is
Yeah.
so that dude
Right.
felt it right there because you saw it
Kinda
right. Before you
explains
pulled
a
it.
lot of
You
sh-
couldn't tell your finger to not pull the trigger because a conscious decision is 40 milliseconds. A subconscious decision is 20 milliseconds.
Yeah.
So
So if
when-
I think you got a gun,
And that's right. You're
I'm automatically gonna. Yeah. That's
right.
true.
And
That's
then
true.
you said, "Show me your hands." I did, but that by the time your brain believed that,
But I already shot you.
correct. So that's why that's the first
Okay.
reason why people are being shot. Whether it's a civilian or a police officer shooting someone for no reason, you thought it was no reason, but in reality they thought they had a gun and they responded to the movement. By the time they saw it was no gun, it was too late.
Wow.
That's deep, isn't
Wow.
it? You felt it.
You know what?
You
It
know,
is deep,
everybody's
and I'm gonna
like,
tell
wow,
you why.
that
Because
explains
all you see is a police officer going, "Show me your hands."
Right.
Right. And we're not into his mind.
It's-
He's already,
But it's just
ready to
neuroscience.
go.
It's not. It's not whether he's a police officer or not, because it could be a civilian. This happens all the time. Just nobody cares to ask a civilian why you shot him, right?
Right.
They were telling him like, just leave my house, and the guy was like, okay, and then they still shot him because he felt he wasn't leaving the house. He felt scared still. He felt like he was doing something else. And so once you feel something, your brain takes an action based on that, whether it's true or not. So that's how people are accidentally getting shot a lot. And so that's our purpose of our training is to prevent avoidable deaths. And
Okay.
the first way to do this is to understand psychology. And so you hear boxers say things like I duck a punch. You can't duck a punch.
Okay.
No one ducks a punch. You're reading the body language, you're ducking before the punch, which is also why you see them duck. Even though no one, right, no one even punched. You're like, why are you ducking? Because you're anticipating the movement, right? The other thing is this. If you could duck a punch, why don't you just duck with it before it hits you in the face? Because you can't. The hand is always quicker than the eye. But you hear people say it all the time, right? I was talking to some pros the other day, not too long ago in the UFC. And it doesn't occur to us we're not ducking the punch because it looks like we're ducking the punch. But in reality, you're ducking, you're reading the body language, you're seeing the movement, and that's why you see guys actually duck when there's no actual punch. They still duck, right?
Right.
So let me ask you, in a situation
about
like
science,
this,
yeah.
okay,
Point right
so
here.
right, you're like, show me your hands.
Point my hand. We're gonna just drill.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, show me your hands.
Yeah.
You put your hands up, and I shoot you. Okay. So at that point, is it just better to kill you because dead man don't talk? Because you didn't have a gun at that point.
Well, if you're a civilian,
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Just went one way there, like,
So if I'm like, hey,
Batman,
he made a move, I see why the cops are saying what they're saying now. You know what
No,
I'm
do
saying?
not shoot again. We didn't get first aid.
Hey, let's just eliminate
Call
this.
911.
All right, we
Do not shoot again.
okay. We
In other words,
gotta.
the one shot wrong is more shots wrong.
All right, we gotta end the show. But
Watch-
before we end the show, we go ahead, Frank.
Point right here.
One quick second.
Yep, I'm gonna show you a principle. Okay, of understanding human reaction time. All right, if I move, you're gonna pull the trigger.
Bang.
Pull. Yep. Pull the trigger.
Okay.
Let's make this guy. Oh shit. Not this.
he like, Aaron, not listen
No, shit, for real.
Just don't feel comfortable.
Shit.
Same thing. Went up there.
You just don't know. Like, right.
He like, he done put the revolver up there.
All right.
Yep. Point face. Yep.
I see what you're
Yep.
saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So the disarm is this way.
Okay.
Okay. And so from here, this goes in the mouth.
He even.
Okay.
So there's no way they can disarm you. There's no way they can stop you disarming it. So when they put the gun up, say don't move. When you move, there's nothing they can do about that action.
So what if I'm
Well, that's stop.
okay?
He like,
We're stopping, so it's just going in the mouth.
he seemed like he don't come up with some kind of
Frank don't come up with
scenario,
something.
one way or another. Like,
All right, before we end the show, we want you to
Yeah,
give
we gotta end the
out.
show
Yeah,
real
we gotta
quick.
end the show before the next.
Oh, okay.
Give out everybody where they can see you and reach you at.
Great job, y'all. Great job, y'all.
Thank you.
I knew I had to be the test dummy. That's why.
You can go ahead and give out all your social media info where people can reach you or see you at.
Detroit_Dust on Instagram and TikTok. Detroit_Dust. And Detroit Threat Management Center on YouTube.
All right. So
thanks again for coming on.
Thank
Look,
Thanks for having me.
this is a very important show for people out there, watching and paying attention and stuff like that to our show and stuff like that. And I hope any woman or anybody that needs any kind of self-defense training or anything like that, definitely holler at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Definitely look into whatever he's doing. Support. All right.
Let me just say something real quick, guys. Everyone out there, remember this: always call 911 before you do anything. Always be the first person to call police and ask for the 911 operator's name when you first call. That's the first thing you ask for.
Definitely.
And then they'll take you really serious.
Okay.
Normally, and then make sure that if you're fighting someone, make sure you stop fighting them. Stop attacking them when they stop attacking you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if someone hits you 10 times, you hit them once, they turn around to run away. You
Then
cannot
stop.
hit them more.
Right.
Yeah.
That's illegal. And if the police show up, immediately stop doing anything. So what happens is typically is people are winning the fight now. They were getting attacked. They started winning. The police finally get there. And when they get there, you're on top.
Yeah.
You're winning. That means the officers are believing that you're the aggressor.
Yep.
So automatically, remember, when the police get on the scene, stop fighting no matter what.
Yeah.
So we want to thank Commander Brown for coming
Yes, thank
through.
you for
Thanks
coming.
again.
Blessing us with his
For
presence.
real.
We want to thank
We appreciate
Freedom
it.
Free for coming through.
Thank you guys for having me.
We want to thank everybody out there who is watching us, paying attention on all our social media sites, YouTube, Facebook, Podcastic. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Next week we will have DJ Jules from Synergy Works Detroit, personal fitness DJ and coach. Make sure y'all tune in next week. And we love y'all. And we are out.
Peace.
You know what time it is? 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 Time for straight shoot. Hey, look, the clip full and we shooting it straight. Everybody tuned in, can't wait to 8. Break fast, this podcast is one for the books. If you think the verse clean, watch out for the hook. Freeze, I heard Keys gon' spark that tip. With Lean and Frank G, you know they talk that shit. John Q and Dre know exactly what to say. The coldest backcourt since Steph and Clay. Straight shooting. Subscribe, like, and share. We on every platform. I promise we everywhere. Straight shooting. We straight shooting. We straight shooting. We straight shooting.